Have you ever had someone try to talk you into doing something that you really didn't want to do, but you were having a really hard time resisting their argument that you ought to do it anyway? When those situations arise, I find it helpful to sort out opinion from truth. It does seem that people have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, and they will often share those opinions with you. They will often think that you ought to believe those opinions just as much as they do. And they may be either on or off on that point. So we all need to learn to think for ourselves and sort everything out. Is this just someone's opinion, or is this an actual truth that I need to understand and act upon? I had an example of this several years ago when I was suffering from a sports injury, and my coach told me I needed to take drugs to deal with that injury. That was his very firm belief. I respected this man. I didn't want to cause any kind of strife between me and him, but in my belief, I really didn't need any drugs at all. I just needed to understand myself better from a spiritual point of view, and that would lead to healing. But I needed to sort this out in my thought. I showed love and respect toward him, but I was clear in my own mind that I really didn't believe what he believed. And it helps me to understand that what he believed was his opinion based upon his medical education and the material sense testimony that he was entertaining in his thought. From my point of view, I had learned to look at myself from a spiritual point of view, that I'm a spiritual being governed by a spiritual God, and I have spiritual health to express without fail. And the whole purpose of prayer is to understand that better and demonstrate it. So I separated his opinion from this spiritual truth, put his opinion over here to the side, showed love and respect toward him, but said, I have a different way of dealing with this, and proceeded to pray about it, and I found my healing. Without the use of any drugs whatsoever, my shoulder was completely restored back to a perfect state through understanding the spiritual truth about myself. But I had to sort it all out to get there, not be influenced by his opinion about what I needed to do. Well, likewise, in your experience, it might help you as well to sort out what people's opinions are versus what is the truth with God. When you act on the truth with God, you'll always be in a safe place. You'll always make the best decision. Mary Baker Eddy wrote these insightful words in a book called Miscellaneous Writings. The opinions of men cannot be substituted for God's revelation. And that's what we really want. What does God have to say about the situation? What is true in God's eyes? Figure out what that is, act on that, and you'll always be in the best place. Don't be influenced by personal opinions. Be influenced by the truth for the best outcomes.